If I were to ask you to define what a man is, how would you define it? What about if I was to ask you to define what the word impact means? How would you define it? Now, if you were to put those two words together, a man of impact, how would you define it? So I had a couple of guys and I asked them the question, how would you define a man of impact? What does it mean to be a man of impact? And they all had their own unique answer. Do me a favor. If you have an idea or you know how you would define it, comment your own definition below and let's have a conversation. Welcome to the Men of Impact podcast with your boy, LAC. And guys, I am excited that you're here with me. So pretty much, I got a couple of guys. I had about 8 guys, and I asked them the question, how would you define what a man of impact was? And they all had a very unique answer to share. Now, we're going to get into it, but stick to the end because then you get to hear what my definition of a man of impact is. So let's get into it.
What's up, guys? My name is Jonathan.
My name is Jonathan Rudd.
Hello, my name is Johnny Castro.
My name is Johnny.
My name is Will Belanga.
Hello, my name is John Swan.
Well, hello, my name is Andy Quintanilla.
My name is Antonio.
You asked me that when I came in here, and I don't know. I don't know what a man of impact. Well, all I know is that somebody that doesn't throw in the towel, no matter the adversity, that can still help others rise up in the time of their battle.
Man of impact to me is somebody who is influential, somebody who is able to lead by example. Necessarily an impact doesn't need to be a face-to-face encounter, but could be in the way that you live, an example that you set, a standard that you live out.
Interestingly enough, nature teaches us that impact is equal to 1/2 the mass times velocity divided by the time of an object. And if you look at the top portion of the equation, mass times velocity is also equivalent to something that physics calls momentum. If you think about that, momentum is the influence that someone has. You look at the life of Christ. Christ started a big movement, a movement so big because he came down to start a fire here on earth that wasn't kindled. Even after he's gone and risen, though he's waiting for us, that impact till this day has never
When I think of a man of impact, I think of people like DJ Avila, Reinhard Bonsky, Benny Hinn, people that carry the power of God to a different nation and they impacted that nation or that group of people, culture.
The man of impact is involved. What he does is he changes the people that's in his, when he come in contact with. That when he leave that person's space, their life is changed one way or the other. And so I'm a firm believer that we live from date to date in the dash in between. When we leave this world, is what happens when we leave this world. How is the people affected around you? How is the society around you is affected? And so a man of impact a man of godly impact should be someone that actually, when he leaves this world, that it's not about what he's done as far as his accolade. It's about how was this man of God or this person presented and how did he present God in the conversation? So the man of impact is after he's gone, what would they say about you?
Thought about man of impact being somebody like that's a follower of Christ, somebody that's trying to obey the commandments.
If we look from a biblical aspect, Jesus himself made a very powerful impact. Someone who was a king came down as a bond servant, served everybody, cared for one another, and taught in a way that was very compassionate, very graceful. So a man of impact is someone who is someone's influence in their community, their marriage, their relationship with other people too. The verb of impact means to come into forceful contact with an object. That being said, I believe that a man of impact is somebody that confronts the status quo or in his sphere of influence or in the territory that he's in, to the point where he makes a positive change to those around him, whether it's the family, friends, or even people that he just met, even going through the grocery store and such. To that point, I believe that would be a man of impact.
Those were some amazing answers. When it comes to me, are you emotionally intelligent? Do you take responsibility? Do you walk in integrity? Do you uphold values and morals? And then being impactful, to be impactful, you first have to learn how to love. You can't impact in the right way if you don't know how to love. So being a man of impact has to come from a place of love. Do you love people enough to tell them the truth? Because however you carry yourself, you will influence somebody whether you know it or not. So whatever you say online, whatever you say in private, you will influence somebody whether you know it or not. So being a man of impact is not just what you do on the outside where everybody can seize you. It's what you do in the inside and in the quiet places where nobody is there. How do you conduct yourself? How do you carry yourself? Because everything you do will have a reaction. It's kind of like the butterfly effect. Everything you do today echoes in eternity. And so what is that echo saying about you? Thank you for watching. Like this video, comment, share this video, and make sure to come back and join the family. All right, I see you when I see you. It's your boy.